The Phillies hit a home run and the ball went into the stands, and the ball landed kind of in front of this group of people, but there was a scrum to grab it.
It's like she was made in a lab to be a Karen. She just epitomizes the meaning behind the insult.
A father, his young son, and a once-in-a-lifetime memory. That's all it was supposed to be. A simple moment of pure childhood joy. A home run soaring into the stands. A dad's perfect catch. But within seconds, that magical memory was ripped away by a complete stranger. It was a confrontation caught on camera that would turn an innocent man into an instant hero and crown an unsuspecting woman the internet's newest viral villain, the Ball Bandit. What happened in the next few minutes would become a cautionary tale about ego, entitlement, and the relentless power of online outrage. It all started on a sunny afternoon with Harrison Bader at the plate. He launched a monster home run, and the ball sailed perfectly toward a father and son, Andrew and Lincoln. Andrew reached up, snagged the ball cleanly, and without a second's hesitation, placed it in his young boy's glove. Lincoln's eyes lit up. He had a piece of the game, a memory he'd carry forever. But before the boy could even process the gift, the moment was over. From out of nowhere, a woman lunged forward, shrieking and demanding, "That's mine!" As if she had some pre-existing claim to the ball. She screamed in the father's ear, a furious, entitled outburst caught perfectly by every camera in the stadium. What was a father-son milestone was suddenly a spectacle.
Now, when a home run is actually hit, folks, fans will actually try and get the ball. And in the video, to me, man, it looks pretty clear that the boy's father got the ball.
A priceless memory dragged into a public fight. Little did anyone know, this was just the beginning of a viral storm. The stadium cameras didn't miss a second. As the woman lunged and shouted, her meltdown played out on the big screen for everyone to see. And within minutes, the clips were online. TikTok users clipped it, Twitter feeds blasted it, and Reddit gave her the name that would stick, Phillies Karen. In the age of viral outrage, it doesn't take long for a stranger to become a villain, and this was the perfect storm. The outrage grew so quickly because it wasn't about who technically caught the ball. It was about the audacity of an adult trying to rob a child of joy. She didn't just seem wrong, she became a symbol. As the clip went viral, two sides of the story took shape. On one hand, you had Lincoln's dad, calm, measured, and almost reluctant to be part of the drama. When asked by reporters, he gave a short, steady statement. The ball landed in his glove, he passed it to his son, and that was the end of it. No theatrics, no shouting, just a father describing a special moment with his child. On the other side, though, the woman wasn't backing down. She doubled down with her own version, insisting she caught it fair and square and that the ball was rightfully hers. The louder she got, the weaker her case seemed. Her defiance only fueled the internet's disdain, his quiet truth versus her noisy denial. In the court of public opinion, his silence spoke louder than any defense she could make. Once the story hit social media, it exploded. TikTok creators went straight to work, turning every second of her meltdown into content gold. Horror soundtracks were added to her shrieks.
Crazy week for clowns making absolute fools of themselves at sporting events in the stands.
Sometimes you need that reset. Oh.
And Bader just unloads on this one. Deep left field, and that one is gone as Bader.
We had the Polish millionaire CEO who stole the hat from that kid.
A Karen decided it was a good idea to steal a home run ball from a little boy.
And now, I'm sure a lot of you have already seen the clip, we have this Karen at a Phillies game steal a baseball from a kid.
Slow motion edits labeled her the villain origin story, and countless loops replayed her every finger point and exaggerated gesture. The internet wasn't just watching, it was rewriting reality in real time. On Twitter, captions like "case closed" accompanied clips showing the ball safely in Lincoln's glove, underscoring the absurdity of her claims. Memes multiplied by the thousands, each one sharper and more biting than the last. Reddit users took it even further, freezing footage frame by frame and proving definitively that she never had control of the ball. Soon, Phillies Karen wasn't just a local joke. She became shorthand for entitlement, ego, and the audacity to steal from a child. The backlash was immediate and intense. Parents across social media weren't just shaking their heads, they were furious. To them, it wasn't about a baseball. It was about a stolen memory, a moment that should have belonged to a child and a father forever. Comments flooded in calling out the audacity of an adult screaming at a kid for something so trivial, yet so emotionally significant. The fury of the internet mirrored the real-life scene. Chants mocking her erupted in the stadium, turning her into a living spectacle. Even diehard sports fans who normally embraced chaos found themselves on the side of the boy, not the adult causing a scene. What started as a baseball moment became something bigger, a cultural reflection on how innocence collides with entitlement and how the world responds when those boundaries are crossed. Behind the scenes, the viral meltdown was more than just entertainment. It was a potential corporate nightmare. Reports surfaced that MLB executives were worried this could turn into the next Bartman moment, referencing an infamous incident where a fan inadvertently changed the course of a playoff game. The league knew the stakes. A viral incident like this could damage the sport's image and become a long-lasting PR problem. Adding fuel to the fire, stadium security revealed that the woman had already been flagged for aggressive behavior earlier in the game. This wasn't a one-off outburst. It was a pattern, making the viral clips even more damning. Meanwhile, the Phillies acted fast and decisively. They invited Lincoln and his family down to the dugout, letting him meet Harrison Bader, the very player who had hit the home run. The team showered him with signed bats, jerseys, and memorabilia. One viral tweet summed it up perfectly. "Karen stole a ball. The Phillies gave a kid a memory." The organization reinforced the values of respect, family, and fandom, while Phillies Karen was left with nothing but her viral shame. Refusing to accept her viral infamy, Phillies Karen tried to reclaim the narrative. She went live on Facebook, waving her arms, reenacting the catch that never happened, and insisting the ball was rightfully hers. But instead of sympathy, the world responded with ridicule. Creators wasted no time turning her defense into new contempt. TikTok edits layered her rants with laugh tracks and turned her gestures into exaggerated animations. The more she protested, the more her online persona solidified as a cautionary tale of greed and ego.
You took it from me! You took it from me! That was in my hands! That was in my hands! Bye. Nobody heard that!
Wow. This is pathetic.
The ball itself took on a symbolic weight. Every time she displayed it, it wasn't a trophy. It was proof of a public meltdown frozen in digital history. By the time the dust settled, the story had evolved from a simple baseball dispute into a broader reflection on society itself. The incident highlighted a strange, unsettling phenomenon. Why do some adults feel entitled to steal a child's moment for a trivial prize? The real morale, however, went deeper than viral fame or ridicule. It was a story about dignity versus drama, about restraint versus ego. Lincoln's dad showed that quiet truth and calm action can have more impact than yelling or performing for attention. In the end, Phillies Karen thought she had claimed a baseball. Instead, she lost far more: the story, her credibility, and her place in the public eye. In today's viral age, the lesson is clear. Objects can be stolen, but character and narrative are priceless. When the final play was over, the real winners were clear. Lincoln and his dad walked away with more than a baseball. They walked away with respect, dignity, and a memory that no viral clip could ever tarnish. The Phillies, too, emerged with praise for their swift and thoughtful response. It was a statement about values and about standing on the right side of a viral firestorm. Fans across platforms applauded. Meanwhile, Phillies Karen left the stadium clutching a ball no one wanted and a reputation she could never escape. She thought she had won a baseball. In reality, she lost the story, the narrative, and the respect of the online world forever. So, what's the real takeaway from this viral firestorm? It's a lesson in modern-day consequence, a cautionary tale for anyone who thinks a public space is a private one. In a single, shocking moment, the woman at the center of this story thought she had won a baseball, but in reality, she lost something far more valuable: her credibility and the narrative itself. Her dramatic meltdown was immortalized in endless memes and social media clips, a permanent digital record of entitlement on display. But while she was losing her reputation, the father's quiet dignity made him an enduring hero, proving that grace and restraint can have a far bigger impact than any amount of screaming or confrontation. The internet's verdict was swift and unrelenting, a harsh reminder that in the battle between entitlement and integrity, integrity will always win out. And that's the story of the Ball Bandit, a case study in how a few seconds can define a person in the harshest, most relentless way imaginable. If you found this deep dive from Buzz Talk into viral meltdowns and digital justice interesting, do us a favor and hit that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to Buzz Talk and have notifications turned on so you don't miss our next story, where we'll explore another tale of public humiliation and unexpected heroes. Let us know in the comments below. Do you think the internet's punishment was too harsh? Or did Philly's Karen get exactly what she deserved? We'll see you in the next video.